set.
I'm convinced that running will transform your entire life. Not just your body, but your mind. The decisions that you make, the way that you sleep, the way that you eat, and even the way that you see the world. And the best part is, it doesn't matter if you're super fast or super slow. If you show up and you stay consistent, your life will shift for the better. What up, I'm Jay. I'm a travel nurse at Stanford University here in beautiful California. I've been a competitive runner, a state track athlete, a marathoner, and I've also been a competitive eater, a professional couch potato, gotten overweight, gotten out of shape. Let's just say running feels better. I've seen both sides of the coin, so I totally get it. But now that I'm back running consistently, I've seen how all areas of my life have improved. So in this video, I want to show you exactly how running will transform your entire life, not just your body, but your mind, your habits, your entire identity. Whether you've never even run a mile or you're just getting back into it, I promise, if you commit, even just a little, it'll change everything. Humans were made to move, and I don't mean fork to mouth or from couch to fridge, okay? For thousands of years, humans evolved as endurance athletes. We hunted by persistence running, moving constantly, covering miles a day simply to survive. Your ancestors weren't counting daily steps for fun, it was for survival. Our bodies and brains are still craving this, but today we are trapped behind desks and screens and barely using the bodies we evolved to depend on. And when you stop moving, everything begins to fall apart, your body and your mind. Think of your mind like water. You know anything about nature, survival, if you've watched the Outdoor Boys, you know that stagnant water, that pool, swamp, becomes a breeding ground, a cesspool for bugs and mosquitoes, bacteria, and gross things, and all the nasty stuff festers. But introduce a bit of movement and suddenly that water becomes a flowing river, a waterfall, clear and fresh and bursting with creativity. And this is not just a metaphor. Research from good old Stanford University, where I'm at, found that going for a simple walk daily can boost your creativity up to 60%. Movement literally is sparking these new ideas. And physically, it's even more obvious what happens when we are stagnant and don't move. Muscles start decaying faster than your motivation after, binge watching Netflix. Body fat piles up faster than unread emails. Your bones weaken, becoming more fragile than your ego after a bad haircut. And your cardiovascular system deteriorates, your energy evaporates, and your mood plunges dramatically. Disclaimer, I love all forms of exercise. I bike, I hike, I strength train. These are all essential pieces of being human as well. Those are all great. I think everyone should be doing a bunch of activities, especially strength training. Please do this as well. But there's something uniquely fascinating about how running changes us, about having a clear goal and chasing after it. It forces you to build discipline and resilience and completely reshapes your mindset, because the reality is simple. When your body suffers, your mind suffers too. Epidemics, this and that, because we have a lot of epidemics at hand. You've probably heard of them. The obesity epidemic, the loneliness epidemic, mental health crisis. Get this, 77% of 17 to 24-year-olds can't qualify for military service today due to obesity and mental health. Now let that sink in.
Mission failed!
Think about that. That means almost 8 out of 10 individuals can't qualify for the military. Not because they don't want to, but because they're either overweight or have mental health problems. This isn't about joining the military. This is a flashing neon sign that something is wrong. And at the same time, we're supposedly more connected than ever. We scroll through social media, we get hits of dopamine, and in a way, this social media gives us just enough social interaction to keep us occupied, but it still keeps us lonely because we don't have real thriving connections. Just enough to make us feel involved, but not enough to actually satisfy the tribal community, genuine relationships that humans need. So ironically, we've traded these deep, real connections for shallow likes and follows. And if you're feeling attacked right now, I know, same, because I'm still here wondering, where's my wife and kids? Hopefully, one day. But seriously, loneliness isn't a joke, and research shows that it's as bad as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But where I'm going with this is running doesn't just improve your physical health, which we're going to talk about physical health, but it can connect you to powerful, supportive running groups, group runs, local clubs, run clubs. They're all over the place now. Even just, giving that old nod when you're running by someone, giving the old, I do that one a lot. As you run past someone, this makes you feel connected. Even just those small interactions, getting out of your doorstep, getting outside and seeing the world can make a massive difference in your life. So one of the biggest reasons people run in the first place is just the physical transformation that happens. So I can't make this video without at least touching on these briefly. We know humans were made to move, and we've covered the massive epidemics at hand, but how exactly is running solving these problems? The best thing about running is it's not just transforming your body, it's actually rewiring and changing anatomy and chemistry within your brain, especially when you push your body to its limits once in a while. Not every run, once in a while. You release a powerful cocktail of chemicals. One that a lot of people have heard of is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Boy, that one's kind of a tongue twister. Essentially, it's Miracle-Gro for your brain. It's gonna grow new neurons, make you smarter. At a basic level, it's great. One of the newer ones that scientists have found, they're calling hope molecules. These are myokines. So essentially, these are proteins that are released from the muscles, and they act as a powerful antidepressant. Literally an antidepressant. They reduce anxiety, they lift your mood, they give you this sense of hope, and that's why they're called hope molecules. When myokines are released, they change a lot of things in your body, like this. After physical activity, especially something like running, you feel happier. It's like nature's way of saying, hey, good job, buddy. Beyond chemistry, it is changing your anatomy. Studies have shown that it increases your hippocampus volume, which is responsible for learning and memory, while reducing stress by shrinking the amygdala, which is the brain's fear and anxiety center. And as Daddy Huberman has pointed out many times, it also grows your anterior mid-cingulate cortex, which is that area highlighted in blue, and it's responsible for willpower and motivation. So as you grow and strengthen that area, it's a lot easier to stay disciplined, to do hard things. And I'm not talking about me. And of course, we know that physical activity like running is going to help with our obesity epidemic. Of course, you can never outrun a bad diet. Actually get in great shape, you should have a blend of different things like strength training and walking and running. But running creates this positive domino effect in your life where it's not just about burning calories. You start naturally eating better, picking good food choices because you want to feel better and perform better on those runs. It just naturally is like, I don't like how I feel when I run with a, bloated stomach. Your sleep improves because you're more tired at the end of the day. And when your sleep improves, so does your decision making. So do your hormones. Also, your body starts to make more mitochondria in the muscles. This is an adaptation from running and lifting, which that also burns more calories. So increases your basal metabolic rate. So you start burning more calories in the day. So essentially, running is a great gateway into creating these better habits that help you stay leaner and get in better shape.
If you're feeling good, I'm feeling great.
Mood follows action. Nothing will eliminate all your problems in life, all your stress, all your fears, all your anxiety. Because you know who has no stress in life? Dead people. Stress is a part of life. It builds character. It builds you into a better person. The right stress is a good thing. It pushes you. But the secret is choosing the right kind of stress. Physical stress from running or lifting weights forces your body and mind into these positive adaptations. You grow stronger and tougher and more resilient. When you intentionally are choosing challenging things, running hard workouts or training for a marathon or showing up when you're tired, you're building mental muscle that applies everywhere else downstream in your life. One thing that as you become a better runner, your confidence is also going to grow. Your confidence in yourself, your ability to stick to things, your ability to commit to things, your ability to overcome hard things. Your confidence just grows and grows and grows. You're stacking confidence and proof on top of each other. Like you now have mental proof that you can overcome something hard. It truly creates this identity shift. As you start stacking up these runs day after day, week after week, you begin noticing something strange. You start to change as a person. You start buying really expensive shoes. You start telling everyone about your VO2 max. You have to tell everyone that you're training for a marathon. But things that used to feel impossible, like waking up early, eating healthier, being consistent, they suddenly become second nature. Become this high agency person. They don't wait around waiting for life to happen to them. They make life happen. High agency is believing that your actions matter, that your life is yours to shape. And running builds an undeniable proof that you're someone who does what they say they will. This new confidence spills into every area of your life. Your life becomes simpler and clearer and more manageable. You're more effective, you're more disciplined, genuinely happier. Of course, there's always downsides. You start doing weird things like going to bed at 8:30 p.m. But hey, at least your friends will still invite you places, right? Just kidding, they won't.
I got big dreams that all about to come true. Chilling at the
Life is
top
hard.
with a
Running is hard. Choosing between broccoli and pizza is hard. Me when I wake up in the morning. Hard. Wait, what? Okay, but you know what else is hard? Living a life that you absolutely hate. So choose the right hard. Now, if maybe you're finally motivated to start running, start moving your body, you might think this is hard. Where do I even start? Well, the truth is, this is actually the easiest part. The key here is simplicity, not overcomplicating things. Going on Reddit and, hearing every voice, different opinion on things. Just get out there and do your thing. Step 1, put on your shoes. Whatever you got, closest thing to running shoes, get out there. Step 2, walk outside. Just go walk outside. Take a few steps outside. Step 3, start with a mix of run-walk intervals. Don't worry about speeds. You can just run for a minute, walk for a minute, repeat for 10-15 minutes. It's just a starting point. Start small and slowly and consistently build. There's a lot of useful tools you can use, and I really think that everyone should maybe go towards a goal. For some it might be as simple as just running 1 mile without stopping. For others it might be running a 5K, a half marathon, a full marathon. Choose a plan or a goal and attack it. I strongly recommend an app called Runna, which I have in the description down below. That's what I've been using, and it's been amazing. Free trial in the description below, so I really, really enjoy that. Step 5, start incorporating a little bit of strength training and rehab. You don't need to deadlift 500 pounds, but I do want you to at least be doing things like glute bridges, core and hip workouts. These can just go a long way with preventing injuries. You can just look these up on YouTube. Number one thing with beginning running is you don't want to derail your progress by getting injured. So do whatever you can. Right away, you might not even want to track your workouts. You might not want a watch or a plan or anything, because it might actually be harder on your ego. Once you get more into running, once you try it out for a while, you start getting better, then maybe you can get a running watch. I have a Garmin Forerunner 965, and I absolutely love this bad boy. I totally recommend it. I used to have an Apple Watch, and I went to this. Great change. But Apple Watches are just fine, too. I have some more good running watch options in the description as well. Weird thing about running is in the moment, it feels like you're not getting any better. From week to week, you're not going to really notice big changes. 90 days later, you'll be amazed. You're like, holy shit, I can run way farther and way faster. Just think about that progress over a year. No matter what path you pick in life, it's going to be hard. Running consistently is hard. Pushing through discomfort is hard. Changing your habits and lifestyle is hard. Living a life you hate, being sick and unhealthy, hard. Me when I see your mom in the morning, hard. Okay, but seriously, you just got to choose the right type of hard. The good news is you're a high agency person. You get to choose. I'm glad you clicked this video. I hope that I taught you something and you learned something. YouTube says you're going to love this video right here. So, thanks, dog. Peace.
I got big dreams that all about to come true. Chilling at the top with a nice view.